Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Ben the Human Plays IXION. We are getting our ship put together. We're slowly dismantling our population center over here and moving it to the right-hand side. We have an event available. The integrity of the hull fell below 75%. Current damage exceeds the tolerance levels set by the Nihei structural theory. It would be wise to commission repairs so as to prevent future failure. We will pledge to restore the hull to 75% in 30 cycles. I think we can do that, and it'll make people happier. And we're running at 89% efficiency right now. So we'll use 3.5 alloys to get 51 hull integrity per cycle. So we should be back above 75% in, like, I don't know, like 10 cycles at the latest. We don't want to override the locks just yet. What do we got here? Oh, we unlocked the Cryonics Center. We have arrived at the asteroid belt, and we are aware that the guy fell below 75%. So let's start deleting these crew quarters over here. So these, because these quarters can now, basically anytime we finish one of these, we should delete one of these buildings so we can move the people across the ship. The mess hall, we should probably move as well. Right there seems fine. I'm still not 100% sure where I want to put the steel mill yet, but it's going to be over here somewhere. Let that stuff continue to build. Venus is underway. The asteroid belt is underway. All of our ships are moving around, gathering the food. We might as well gather... Sorry, we should turn you up to medium, and then we should turn the iron down to low, because otherwise the ships are just sitting around doing nothing useful. Got another probe going. We could send out another probe even. Basically, we should just be launching probes whenever there's anything available. There's another asteroid. Might as well hit it. The ideal chapter, this is chapter 1, is you find all of the available resources, all of the available areas of interest. You take all of the resources and you don't leave anything behind. That's kind of the goal across the board here. Got 4 houses done. These guys are underway. Go ahead and decommission these 3 here. New point of interest has been found. Mars! That seems useful.
Has completed its scan.
Who did? Oh, a probe. Gotcha. Good news. Alright, we've drained all the alloys out of most of our stuff here. Part of that is because we have been basically transferring our buildings across the ship here. So we can go ahead and leave these as alloys for now. We still have stuff stacked up in the docking bays too. They call it a mine! Lord of the Rings reference, anyone? Matching the character of Marduk, council member Philip Stanford, meticulously organized resource packets were found in the facility's storage area. They have been prepared for extraction. Food, people, and some science. Okay, so let's start bringing the people back as well. I think that's higher priority than the iron. Yeah. Alright, we've gotten rid of all of those houses. How many houses have been built? Looks like 6, so we can start to decommission you two. Ta-da. The building is purging waste. Eventually we will be able to use the waste as in a recycling center. That's actually pretty useful and pretty important for making your ship self-sustaining. Just trying to think of what the best way to jam this this factory in here is. I'm kind of thinking right here, because these buildings don't need access to a side road here. This road just doesn't do anything now that we've taken the buildings out. How's our food production? We're at max food production, so we've gone over. Shut more of these guys down. We have too much food. It's getting stacked up in our greenhouses. Honestly, we should probably convert you over to food for now. Because we have 2 stockpiles for alloys, but only 1 for food, and then the food is just stacking up elsewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 4 to go. So we'll wait for the last 4 to be done to delete these guys. And then this little row down here is actually pretty slick if we want to continue expanding our population out. The tricky thing will be, how do we jam our industry in here? Alright. The folk alt is done. Let's send them to the debris field. Ooh, look at that building. Transmission from Ravo Bamaso probe data analysis. We have verified the data several times and can confirm the existence of a vast debris field covering an area several thousand kilometers. At the center of the field is a colossal artificial structure which is, even in its ruined state, makes the Tiqqun look like an insect. No signals have been detected. We have identified 3 areas for investigation. The core of the structure, a secondary structure that looks like the remains of a destroyed loading dock, and a particularly dense area of the debris field close to the other 2 sites. We recommend the utmost caution be taken when approaching these areas. The floating debris will make navigation difficult and interfere with communications. We will do that. Still working on Venus. We still have Mars out there. We're going to launch a probe. I think we'll probe here. Keep on probing. Alright, now we've cleared all of the food out, so that's good. Still working on these 2 guys. We haven't had our first accident yet, which is nice. Accidents are bad. They make everybody upset.
Team has completed a task.
Completed its action on Venus. The assembly line has been repaired. The machines belong to the UN and are clearly more advanced than our systems. They are fully automated, and our team has been able to use them to prepare a number of resources for extraction. During the repair process, an engineer discovered a number of inscriptions written by Ulysses. He speaks of his time as administrator of Neptune's Hyperlux station, Thiaki, and expresses regret over the fate of the station's residents. He used the line to repair elements of his ship so that he could reach the headquarters of the Black Market Society. Okay. There's still more people out here. We're collecting science. We still need to find the outer planets, I'm realizing. We found the Earth, the Moon, Mars, Venus. We haven't found Mercury yet. We found something in the asteroid belt.
Arrived at its destination.
All right, we're here. Investigate the core of the structure. Let's start with the dense area of debris. It takes the longest. Just get it started. Maybe it was... You know what? I should have done the shorter one. So we could have sent our ships to collect stuff, because they're running out of stuff to do. Although we still have people that we could collect. I don't know, man. Speaking of people to collect, though, once they're done building the last building here, and then building the food guy, we need to figure out where we want to store our cryogenic people. There they are. They're just they're going to be sitting in the they're going to be sitting in the bay. How do we want to deal with this? Can't cut that road off. What if we put it this way? I don't like that either. All right. Finished all the science on Venus, so the Seagull, you can head elsewhere. Head to Mars. That's relatively close by. Ooh, I have an idea. Why don't we put you guys facing... Oh, it's too wide. I thought I could fit 2 in here, but you can't. Rats.
A probe has completed its scan.
I'll think about it. Because we need to get these bodies out of the docking bay after a bit here. Alright, we built the new thing. Yes. So let's go ahead and delete you. And we'll move all the food over to this guy. And then you guys can get deleted as well. And that might make a decision for us as far as how we want to orient our systems over here. Maybe we actually want to redistribute these roads. Although I do really like the idea of just jamming it in here. Because if I try to put it over here, that's not really going to fit. Yeah, that doesn't really make sense. Maybe? Maybe it is okay there. I'm torn. Some people get really crazy with their layouts in this game and they'll like plot out like Excel spreadsheets and stuff. It's kind of wild. Okay, so we need to move all of the... Okay, hold on. Let's just throw you guys, like, a couple of you down here to be able to move the alloys out of these buildings. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to do anything with this. Or, you know what? You stay on. Any ships out here doing nothing? Looks like stuff is still working, so... How's our hull integrity going? What are we up to? We need to get to 675. And we're down to 45 per cycle. Or no, we're 617 per cycle. Oh, I see. We're gaining 45 positive, but we still got negative 28. So what are we at then? 17. It'll take us...
Has arrived at its destination.
It'll take us quite a while to get there. So I'm glad I started it when I did. Clear all these notifications. Check in on Mars. An old disused complex named Richter's facility has been located on the surface of Mars. The derelict UN-owned facility is covered almost entirely by Martian sand. Existing DOLOS clearance codes can be used to interact with the complex's systems. Caution is advised as the weight of the sand may exceed the structure's load-bearing capacity. Use the clearance protocols. Alright, start moving all of this alloy stuff out of here. Move it out of this guy, because I'm pretty sure I want to delete you. Basically, what I'm considering here is if I build the alloy manufacturer here, I can start stacking storage facilities this way, and that's actually pretty efficient to do it that way. We have another polymer? Another probe. What do we got here? I want to find the outer planets now, I think. So go out here. Basically, we need to keep finding stuff for our science ships to do, otherwise they're just not going to be doing anything useful.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Science ship. Where? Here, on Mars. The codes briefly reactivated the base's defense systems. Due to the facility's state, they were fortunately overloaded and are now offline. The team of the Seagull did not suffer any losses. Thank God. Prepare for resource extraction. Full sweep of the facility. Storage area. I think we've prepared the site for resource extraction. Extract everything. I want it all. Yeah, pull all of the resources out of this guy. And then move all of the rest of them over here. Almost done with the debris field. Got some carbon and some iron out there. We've fed the 1,000 crew members. Good job, team. All right, put more alloys in here and then decommission this guy. Oh, I didn't want to destroy the resource. I always hit that one. Thank God I only do it when the thing is actually empty.
Science ship team has completed a task.
Huzzah! The wrecks of shuttles float everywhere. Most belong to the UN, though there are some bearing the acronym BMS. Despite the many hazards and potential psychological impacts from the presence of human corpses, the Focalt's team was able to locate some salvageable resources. Let's go to the core of the structure. Right, there's still lots of cryo bodies to pick up. We need to start storing those. Aha! So we've moved everything. I don't want to delete things here. I would like to move the road. I just realized I made a stupid decision. I should have gotten rid of this road entirely. Because then we could have put... I'm just making goofs here. Because let's take a look here before I do anything rash. Oop, that's the tech tree. So let's look at factories. So the steel mill should go here. I think that's pretty apparent. What I think I should have done is I should immediately cancel these guys. And what I should do is put the road this way, and then along here, and then up here. And what this does is I'm going to flip these guys around and move them down one. And what that allows us to do is have 5 in a row. So it should be like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. And basically what I'm planning on doing is having all of these interact with our industry over here, which will be dedicated directly to our steel mill right now. Over here we could think about making a cryo center. Like, how big are you? You would fit right here, actually, weirdly enough. And then we could put, we could move these over and make them cold storage holders, essentially. All right, we can definitely start bringing iron back now, because I'll have this guy up and running pretty fast. So let's rotate some of the priorities around here so that our ships are unloading stuff. So let's put bodies just here for now. Because the reason our ships aren't unloading anymore is that they're the docks are full of bodies, of all things. Science ships are still doing their work. Good job. The downside of how I've built this district right now is anything being delivered from over here around to this district is there is only one road to get from here to over here. So it does make things a little inefficient, but ideally we wouldn't really be delivering things from over here to elsewhere unless we're building something new. But we should probably get this cryo center up and running at the very least. It doesn't need to be running, but we can at least build the thing. Still working on the iron facility. Almost done with the next debris field.
A science ship
And they're done with Mars. An excavation uncovered a preserved sub-basement full of stored resources. Everything has been conditioned and prepared for extraction. Good job, Mars team. There's some people and some polymers. All right, Seagull, you come out to Uranus. Uranus. And let's check in on the debris field here. First visuals reveal a huge damaged structure surrounded by arches that have been detached from this central axis. Excuse me. These arches show extreme signs of deterioration. The structure is covered in traces of explosive residue, collision impacts, and scarring from unknown weaponry. After exploring the few areas of the structure that remain accessible, the team of the Focult spotted a number of salvageable resources near a ruined assembly area. Further analysis is possible, but it will take time. Let's go do the loading dock, and then we'll come back to the assembly area. We should be probing some more. Where are our outer planets here? There's a planet. Ah, he's coming back for repair. Remember we told you about that? Oh, we haven't been sciencing. I'm dumb. I think the memorial is the way to go. And then secondarily will be the electronics factory. Oops. I didn't even hit the escape key that time. I just I just clicked on this guy. Game menu. Hull integrity is due. Oh, we're close though, and we're gonna get there in halfway. We have an incoming transmission.
We are picking up a DOLOS emergency frequency, broadcasting from the facility Outer Hope. DOLOS protocol dictates that in the event of a major systems failure, administrators must contact the nearest DOLOS site immediately.
Yeah?
Outer Hope Station is likely to have both the materials and expertise required to repair the damage that the Vol engine has sustained.
Wasn't Outer Hope the one thing that we contacted when we were in the solar system before we left? I think that like they yelled at us. They're like, "You're not supposed to be here." Remember that? Am I crazy? There's Mercury. We found it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, this is for iron. How do I want to configure you guys? This is going to be kind of weird. You should be alloys. You should get shut off, and then we should dismantle you. So we'll move the alloys back over here. And then I think what I should do is move this with the cryo bodies over here and store them that way. I know there's a way to get a better stockpile. Yeah, the medium stockpile. It's a tier 3 technology. What? Rude. All right. Well, we can't get to that for a while. So don't even think about it. All right. We could start storing bodies over here too, just because we'll need some place to put 500 bodies. I almost called them bods. Probe is completed as its scan. Fantastic. Hey, we found Mercury.
Ship team has completed a task.
Good job, guys. Frozen human remains constitute the majority of the debris that surrounds the loading dock. Evidence suggests that the area experienced depressurization after a structural breach. The dock itself has been looted and partially dismantled. Several cairns have been left behind, arranged in helical shapes and erected using makeshift materials. The team did find a few resources, and these have been prepared for extraction. And then we will examine the ruined assembly area one more time. One more time. Aha! Another planet. It's funny that you have to go probing for the planets in the solar system because you're like, I don't know where the hell any of these things are. It's been years. Not enough stockpiled iron. So you see, this is what this thing does. Is now its job is to just pour iron, take the iron in, turn it into alloys, and then it generates waste. We haven't figured out how to use waste yet, but we will eventually. We want to get to as close to an equilibrium with food processing as possible. How are we doing from a worker perspective?
A side ship has arrived at its destination.
Hold on. We have 191. Are we asking for 210? That's a problem, because if you're working... Aha! This is what I was just going to say. So if you're working... If you have workers, or you don't have enough workers to be working locations, you should not be working beyond optimal conditions unless it's an absolute emergency. What can happen then is you get accidents, and accidents are bad. You do not want accidents to happen to you in this game. Dismantle this guy. All right, he's gone. Now we would like to move. We've been moving our storage facilities a lot, around a lot, but, you know, we don't have much choice. And basically what I'm planning on doing is moving the bodies from here to here, getting rid of this guy. Although, we don't really need to get rid of this guy yet. We can eventually. Memorials have been unlocked. Good, good. We could build a Luniclism memorial. It takes a decent amount of electronics, though. 2. Basically, it gives us more stability. Right now, stability is not a problem. It will become more of an issue later, so we won't mess around with that, but it's good to have as an option. See, electronics factory is underway. The last 2 things we need to research are the battery and then the alternative life center. So we'll get both of those going. Oh, you're Uranus. I forgot about you. This is one of the coolest things in the early part of the game. Our instruments have recorded abnormal thermal activity on Uranus. At this distance, we are unable to deduce its nature or source. Control, are you receiving us? We found a tree. It seems impossible in such an environment. I've never seen anything like it. It's breathtaking. The tree sheds its leaves quite rapidly, but they reform almost instantly, crystallizing from the branches. The root structure appears to sink deep into the planet. I hope you are receiving our images, as this feels like a fever dream. We would like to carry out an ecological analysis. So when you come to Uranus in Chapter 1, always start with the ecological analysis. If you cut down the tree first, you cannot do this one. So you should always do the analysis first. We have another probe ready. We do. Probe away. I'm looking for more iron here. There's some. Ta-da! Once this guy is up and running, we really should get it going. I think we have enough people to run it. Oh, we don't. But we will, because we can shut these guys off. These guys are working for no reason. And this guy is, technically. But if we do pull in iron, we'll want to put it somewhere. So I'm okay with leaving it on for now. But basically, I want to have enough people available to run the Cryonics Center, which means they will thaw out people as they come in, relieving our storage capacity problems. And then we'll also get more workers from that. The one issue with finding people and thawing them out from the cryonics pods is you get a mixture of people that are workers and non-workers. Non-workers don't do anything. They just consume resources. But if you prioritize non-workers, it makes people unhappy. Or if you prioritize workers only, it makes people unhappy. So you kind of have to balance between the two of of unthawing everybody versus just unthawing workers. I think I will go ahead and unthaw everybody because we have spare capacity to deal with it. Like, we have capacity for 240 people and we're running at 191 or 205. Some people are living in space, but they still count towards their population, I guess. Ah, I remember why I was thinking about getting rid of this guy, is because if we get rid of this guy, we could build more houses. Because we could do 4 in the space that it's currently occupied. After analysis of various samples, the tree appears to be almost entirely edible. Its roots, leaves, and fruit can all be eaten. RNA sampling suggests that the tree is the result of extensive bioengineering experimentation. It is unknown how it was germinated here or who is responsible for this feat. Harvest the tree of edible elements, and then we will cut down the tree. No tree stands here. I'm the master of the tree.
A probe has completed its scan.
What are you guys doing?
Ship team has completed a task.
Oh, they were bringing back the bodies from Mars. That makes sense. I was like, why are they all the way out here and not getting me iron? Not that I'm using the iron, but... After examination, the Foucault's team concluded that the site was evacuated prior to its destruction. Finding uniforms and equipment bearing the insignia of different organizations, it appears this facility was property of the UN. Strangely, a number of embalmed bodies were found in a secluded area. The team was unable to determine the cause or outcome of the conflict, but have managed to recover further resources. These have been packaged for extraction. This is where the majority of our bodies come from. All right, let's gather the rest of the science, and then we'll plan to go elsewhere. Probably over to Saturn here. All right, almost to... Oh, we did do the hull integrity. We should probably shut this off now because we're running at 61% efficiency. We'll just bounce back and forth between the low and the high. It seems fine. All right, the Foucault has retrieved all the science. Let's send it over to Saturn here. And the factory has been unlocked. And what else do we have? Do we have you queued up as our next thing? We don't, but now we do. Cool, and that's all the research we can do. Great. Well, we should pause the episode there. If you guys enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of IXION or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody!